Ooh, comment. Let's go read. Astro Ninja says hi. Well, what's going on, Astro? Jesus, will this shit ever load? Alright, come on, I gotta pick a character. Out of lives, they say. 13K. I'm gonna go ahead and put this crap in my headset. And put this shit in my headset. That way. It's too loud. I can actually hear my enemies. Alright, audio is in my headset. I'm drinking a full throttle energy drink, which is actually really good. I'd say it's on par with NOS. So it's just slightly above Monster Energy. So I prefer NOS Energy. That's my own personal preference. I know a lot of people prefer Monster over everything else, and Monster's really good and all that. Because I noticed two things. You know, Full Throttle is an easy drinking energy drink. Like, it tastes like a soft beverage, like every other fucking energy drink out there. You know, it has no kick to it, but it definitely gives me a lot of energy for what it's worth. Oh, I thought I got dropped the other way. Oh, shit. Alright. So anyway, guys, how do you all feel about the modern gaming climate? Like, you guys enjoying the games that are being produced? I'm not. So, I don't know, leave in the comment section what games you guys are looking forward to. That sniper dude's gotta go. In fact, no, I ain't gonna do it to him. I ain't gonna do it to him, because I want to level up this HRM. I don't want to use the Nightshade.
Let's lock this down. Give me up. You have much to learn.
That was a real genius move. Oh god. Dude, we're getting dropped. We're getting hammered. Pretty bad.
And stop wasting my time. Much appreciated. Get me up.
I'm get my ass whooped. I need to level up this HRM. I need to get this crap master ranked. That's my goal. Comments. Bro, I got so good at the game. Yeah, I feel it, man. I'm a fucking god at this game. Used to be, you know, I'm getting my ass beat right now.
This ought to slow him down. Deploying lethal.
About the lethals, haven't even used them yet.
Deploying lethal. Let's lock this down.
Objective secure.
There we go.
You're good. Get up.
Thanks.
Crap. But yeah, guys, I'm not satisfied with the current landscape of gaming. Just modern survival horrors are okay, actually. They're not all that bad, but they're definitely not as groundbreaking as like OG Silent Hill. You know, and I'm not talking about Silent Hill 2 either. I'm talking about like straight up Silent Hill 1.
This ought to slow him down.
I don't know, man. Nothing, I mean, Silent Hill 2 is definitely a perfect sequel, if not a better game. But everywhere where Silent Hill 1 succeeds, Silent Hill 2 has either equally as much, or if not more, to offer. And, you know, what I mean by that is, you know, like little Easter egg. There was a hole here, but now it's gone. And, you know, like, what does that mean? Interesting. It was a black.
Deploying lethal. Deploying lethal.
Bro, I'm popping off. Bro, I'm popping off. I'll let it come back. I'll let it come back. Crap, that was an enemy. I thought that was a homie. Bro, imagine if it was like Mortal Kombat, but in the hood. Choose your homie. Bro, what the hell? The special super combo bonus or whatever. Dude snorts cocaine like Tony Montana and goes into super rage. It wasn't interesting seeing anything to Scarface, where he just snorts all that cocaine and just he's going insane, and he's taking all them shots and he's just shaking them off like it's nothing. There's a reason why Scarface is such a renowned film. The movie just has balls where other movies don't. I mean, it was a very great performance on Al Pacino's part. A lot of people in that movie. And Michelle Pfeiffer did a pretty good job in that movie. But to be honest, I don't think it's her best performance. Because ultimately she doesn't really do much in the film. Other than act as Tony's love interest in the film. Kaiza. You know what, I think I'm not going to invest in anything yet. If we win this, we're going to have lots of money. Damn, that was annihilation.
We're out of reinforcements. Focus up.
This ought to slow him down. Not yet.
Lost the objective.
Uh-oh, we lost. Hey, it was worth a shot.
Contracts a bust. Let's head home.
A disappointing L. $2,500 headshot damage. What is this HRM anyway? Level 4? No, level 2. What the fuck? No, level 4. I'm daydreaming. And down enemies that are hit by your ability or gadgets. Ooh. Going up in the battle pass. Nine more away. I am 9 more tiers away from master leveling this fucking battle pass. Okay, alright, hold on a second. Go home. View contracts. Seasonal contracts. Well, what are those? They pay good? Down enemies with a melee weapon. Bet. How many we got? Like down 5. Big ass bet. Bet. We're just gonna grind out these seasonal contracts, try to get some more rogue bucks so we can skip tiers. Once we skip some tiers, things are gonna be looking interesting. I think we get rewarded a lot of XP too, so we might even be leveling ourselves up anyway. So I mean, it's going to be beneficial on multiple parts. Let me tell you something. Grinding XP in this game is a hassle, and I'll tell you, being level 110, dude, bro, look at my records, dude. I got stats. I want to complete the Jukes Gambit because I feel like I kind of need to, after all. I mean, you know, I mean, it's a story. You know what I mean? Completing it's kind of neat. I wish they did this at the start of every season. Add like a little story you can complete optionally. You know, and they should have more rewards, like more reputation points, and at the end you should unlock, I don't know, like 500 rogue bucks. I don't fucking know. I mean, I don't know, it gives us something else to grind for, I guess. Defender. Sweet, this is gonna work in so many different ways.
We play this this by the book. No exceptions.
Claymore?
Would have been just fine. These prices should be illegal.
If I had the choice, I'd give this dude 2 flash grenades. It'd be cool to give, what's his face, Trench flash grenades. Because he'd have 3. And you'd be able to, like, spam them. Oh man. Just getting up in there. I like max effect though. Start off with 25 armor. Get it down. You regenerate that armor. So getting the armor upgrade is definitely.
Enemies have 5 lives left. Keep up the pressure. Objective lost. Let's get it back. We have control of the objective. Defend it. Enemies are running low on reinforcements.
I wish this thing had a faster swing speed. Just slightly faster.
We've lost the objective.
That is a big ass sword. Holy crap.
These prices should be illegal.
Ree! Oh, dude, bro. Resupply, or was it restock? That is the most overpowered ability in the game.
Enemies have 5 lives left. Keep up the pressure. Objective secured. Enemies are low on lives. Crush them.
Go, get up.
Merci.
See, bro, I don't need all them automatic weapons.
Move here.
Peekaboo. Oh, damn, bro. That almost got him dropped. Good boy.
Objective lost.
Spitfires, you know, it'd be really cool if they added legendary handguns instead of just leaving them where they're at in Epic. You know, like greatly improving the weapon even further. Like imagine like for the warrants, personally, I think one of the many things that should be increased if there were a legendary, I would increase handling, reload time, and fire rate. All in one stat. Just, you know, make it faster. Make it more, you know, more accelerated, I guess, so to speak. So with the increased fire rate, you know, you're going to be pumping more shots out. With the faster reload speed, you're going to be able to reset your gun a lot faster if needed. And then with the handling, you know, at least you're pumping your shots, you know, on target and on point. But I think to upgrade it beyond its limits, right, to do a legendary upgrade, it should cost $5,000. And it should literally increase a lot of things. For the Spitfires, I remember seeing, like, advertisements with Lancer dual wielding them. I remember back in the day. Yeah, dude, imagine how accelerated this gun would feel had it been upgraded. You know what I mean? Imagine how overpowered that would be. Switch to your handgun, just... That a fire rate increase? The amount of damage this thing deals, not so bad. This thing is actually rather decent. Yeah, so we're running. This is your reload speed while running. Imagine that reload speed just being jet fast. Yeah, dude, I think acceleration should be this gun's strong suit. I think, you know, kick up the accuracy just a notch though. Not anything like a 2 or 3% accuracy increase. Not that it would actually matter or hipfire accuracy, because, you know, anything to enhance performance and acceleration for the warrant would be pretty neat. I think the Spitfires should literally just be the ability to dual wield them and increase reload speed. I think that would be really slick to just be able to dual wield guns, and so it does double damage. And I think the Spitfires would actually be a top tier weapon in the game, taking it from possibly, you know, one of the weirder starting weapons. That's not weird, it's just, it's not... If your character has like gunsmith, a high level gunsmith, and you're using it with them, not so bad because you're gonna have a high capacity. I think toward like the, you know, I think 48 shots. I don't know, we'll calculate it, we'll do the math. I never use melee weapons. Ooh! I'm level 111. I'm unlocking a lot of shit. I mean, there's a lot to grind in this game, granted. Like, okay, so... Like, you know, the warrant, for instance, you know what I mean? Like, when fully upgraded, this is what it looks like. But you see that there's, like, another... You see there's another tier after tier 3. You're like, where's my tier 4? Because you see where it should be the next level afterward. Looks just like, you know, purchasing. So they might add the next update, you know, tier 4 pistols. And I think that the upgrade should definitely be double the price. Well, it's $2,000 a piece. Yeah, so at least like 4,000 or 5,000, and it should definitely upgrade a lot. It should definitely have a lot to offer. Definitely making your pistols feel way more slicker and cooler to use, because doing that literally makes your arsenal more, just that much more overpowered. If you can switch to something that you know is just going to annihilate anything in front of you, despite it being a secondary. I don't know, man. Like, I see myself running Lancer with dual-wielded Spitfires, running and then doing the roll reload thing with them. Oh, dude, that's just going to be overpowered. Well, anyway, let's do the math for a second. So, Spitfires being dual-wielded. When fully upgraded, the magazine size is 20. So, if you have a character... Let's find a character with Gunsmith. And I'm going to say it doesn't matter which character, because each of these fucking characters, if you max level their, if you max level the Spitfire, here we go, here's a perfect example. Gunsmith, gain a 40% legendary Gunsmith. So... I should just be able to do the math in my head. So 40% of 20. So I think you're gonna wind up with like 28 shots, 8 more rounds. I mean, that's not a lot of bullets, granted. Now, but you double 28, because if you're carrying 2, that's how much ammo you have. But assuming you're going to be shooting them at the exact same time is going to equate for double damage. So, 16 times 2 is 32. So basically, that's simple math. 16 times 2. It's percentages I'm not good at. So, with it being the equation that it is, you know, and granted they are limited range, which would be really cool and sweet if you can actually get more less recoil, more accuracy, while also getting a little bit more range. I mean, it would be neat to see like a 16 or even a 15 range on these things to make them a little bit more versatile while dual wielding. But I think that's really pushing it. The big thing is with dual wielding, I would like to see it get upgraded to 25 shots, because 40% of 25, you're at least looking at around 30 something rounds. You know, like 36 or 37 rounds at least, coming out of each gun. And so that would make it more of like a primary weapon, which would literally mean that you could use a completely, I don't know. It's pretty dope to think about, though. The A3 Salvo, I think what would be really neat is for the final upgrade to be the rate in which you fire. And I think the fire rate should be definitely increased by like 7. I know that's an insane amount of fire rate, but you know, decrease the trigger reset time to be 0 seconds, so you can literally just spam 3 shots at once, just increase the speed and rate of it too. And also, at the same time, increase the magazine size by double. So 24 rounds times 2 is going to be 48. That's 48 rounds, and obviously that's going to mean that your ammo pool is going to get drained a lot quicker, but it makes it a way more versatile weapon, I feel. Yeah, maybe not double, maybe plus 12 rounds, making an even 40 out of this gun. That would be very dope for the final upgrade. But then again, though, you know, the gun starts out with 18 shots. So I guess, I don't know. It's already getting its magazine increased. I think they should just add 4 more shots, making it an even 28 shots in the process, or make it an even 32 shots. There we go. That would be a great neutral ground, because at least you're getting more capacity. Granted, in these rapid fire success rates, it's going to chew ammo rather quickly, so increasing the magazine size kind of equates for the balance. It doesn't need to increase performance, because the fucker's already doing 40 damage. 3 shots for 40. I think what it is it could be one of 2 ways. 3 shots equals 40 damage, because that's how many shots are getting hit, or each shot is 40 damage. If each shot is 40 damage, then 1 spray should be more than enough to take out an enemy. So, you know, it is what it is. But this thing has really good handling. So an alternative to, you know, an alternative to faster firing would be really neat if you got an extended magazine, reload time, and range. Because if this thing can hit out at further ranges, this thing already acts pretty overpowered as it is, but, you know, with slightly increased handling, even like, I don't know, like a plus 15 more handling, it wouldn't really hurt the weapon. I feel like it, I don't know, man, that's just too much fucking handling, never mind. The Executioner, if there was a final upgrade, like, because I think of like Resident Evil, like, right, when you fully upgrade your weapon, there's an exclusive upgrade, and it changes how the gun performs. It'd be neat if they did something like that here. For the Executioner, I'm going to say it's going to be really dope if the gun does 50 damage, increases the damage, and increases the range by 15 more points, making it an even 30 on range, which literally makes this a long-range, high-damage pistol. And I know 50 damage sounds like a lot, but if we were to compare it to the LW6, actually, yeah, that is a lot. Maybe, okay, we're going to flip this. Increase the damage by 10 points, making it even 40. I feel like, you know, the Executioner has a really fast time to kill, but increasing that time to kill really makes it feel like an Executioner's gun. And I feel like it's going to be very popular amongst a lot of noobs that are getting used to the game, because they're going to want something that's very powerful, has a quick time to kill. But, I mean, there's not really much going for this weapon anyway. I mean, the fire rate's pretty okay, the handling's eh. The reload time takes a bit. The magazine size, on the other hand, I mean, increasing your mag size by 4 rounds doesn't really help. It'd be cool if they made it an even 21 shots or 20 shots. I said even 21. I'm a fucking retard. An even 20 shots might even be a pretty decent, like, another, upgrade it by another 4. Because, I mean, you're only increasing it by a total of 8. 8 more shots doesn't really mean a whole lot in the grand scheme of things, but with this thing's time to kill and its long reload time, is the reload time really worth it? Maybe even trim it down to be 1.5 seconds instead of it being a full 2 seconds to reload. I think 1.5 would be a little, or 1.8 even, or 1.9 instead of it just being 2. I feel like just a slightly faster reload speed might even give this thing a faster time to kill. I don't know. But mainly the damage, increasing it by either 5 or 10, or even 8. 38 damage? I don't know, that sounds like a lot of damage, because 30 times 3 is 90. 38 times 3 is like, it's like a 22 like point difference. So you're dealing over 100 damage essentially by just simply increasing the damage points by either like, yeah, by literally 8 shots, so not even 10 damage. So even if you were to do it like by 5, make it do 35 damage, that's like a 15 point difference. So what you're looking at essentially is 105 damage for every 3 shots. And so, and why 3 is an important number, think about the magazine size. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 6 times 2 is 12. So you multiply, 3 by 4 and it's 12. So that's the thing, right? When you divide, so here's the mathematical equation, I guess, so to speak. In this sense, it so happens to work. I don't know if it works in every possible equation. I'm not a mathematician here. But what I will tell you, because 2 divided by 6, or 6 divided by 2 is 3. All right, so you take that divided 2 and then you add it with 2, because then that equals 4. So when you multiply the 3, because you see, because 6 times 2 is 12, that's the total ammo that you have in this equation. So you take that 2 and you add it with the 2 you're dividing by, that equals a total of 4. And then you multiply 4 by 3, because when you divided 6 into 2, it created 3. So then you're going to multiply the 3 times 4. 4 times 2 is 8 plus 4. Wait a minute. No, it doesn't. Wait. Fucking math. Fuck. 3 times 4. So it's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, no, it does. Yeah, so 4 times 3 equals 12. So you're basically only increasing the magazine size by 4 when you make this 16 shots instead of 12. So ain't that crazy, right? The magic number 4, that's the amount of ammo it increases it by. So now it's 16. So now, and 16 divided by 2 is 8. So by increasing the damage by 8, you're basically saving 2 shots. Or actually, you're saving the equivalent of a 2-round difference, I guess, in the equation from a non-upgraded gun itself. Well, I don't fucking know what I'm trying to explain. What I'm trying to explain is, by simply even increasing the damage by 5 or 8, the time to kill is going to be significantly faster than usual, and this thing has a relatively decent time to kill. But increasing it further, and even the range, if you were to just increase the range by 5 points, it would be a flat 20 range, which would make the gun relatively versatile, especially in a lot of maps. Would make this gun very, very good. People like Dahlia, people like Ainville are going to take advantage of that fast time to kill combined with their perk set, and it's going to be pretty sweet. So even 16 plus 4 would equal 20. So if you were to even add an extra 4 in there to the magazine to make it 20 rounds in the mag, 20 range, and 35 damage, that's an executioner's gun. That's 20 rounds you got there. So that means that like half of the magazine is going to be 10. And as we all know, 40% of 20, I think, or whatever the equation was like 8. So if you had Gunsmith, you're looking at around 28 rounds plus 40% of 20. So you're going to look at 28 rounds, 28 range. So people with like a high level Gunsmith, like a legendary Gunsmith, it's going to be overpowered. So I feel like, like, I don't know, it'd be a great final upgrade because it upgrades certain features on the gun that I feel like don't really need upgraded. Because, you see, if you increase the performance of this thing, the time to kill is just going to increase even further. So by increasing the raw damage and the raw ability of, or the raw versatility of the weapon, not only makes it more versatile in combat in general, like across all maps, because the more range you have, the more different uses you can get out of it. Because now you see an enemy over there at the window, and you switch to your pistol to shoot them, the damage range fall off or whatever is way too significant to where you're just tapping the enemy on the shoulder. No, I still want to be able to at least, you know, puncture my enemy's armor down at least a little bit. Something to sort of get them off my buddy if I had to suppress fire and use a pistol. And it makes it great because if you have a perk that allows you to switch weapons faster and aim down sight quickly or whatever, then you're golden, you're set. Because this thing's, one of its perks is ready your weapon faster after sprinting. So if you have the whole reload while sprinting, you could reload this thing, get 20 rounds into it, then aim your weapon after sprinting, and then just get on your target, use the stalker perk so your movement while aim down sight is increased, and you move and shoot. This thing will literally be pretty overpowered in my opinion, by just increasing damage, range, and magazine size. So the LW6 is a 6-shot revolver, and I think, yeah. So what would be the first thing you'd upgrade? I would basically add, I would make it so that this gun does a flat 40, well, yeah, it does a basic flat 42 round, or 42 damage. And that's a lot of damage, granted. This thing already does a lot of damage. So making it like a 42, and I would add a whole scope on this thing, a scoped revolver. And so I would add 8 range, so it's at like a 30 range, and adding that whole 40 damage or 42 damage is going to turn this handgun into the equivalent of a sniper rifle. I would not increase the magazine size. I would not increase the fire rate. I may even just increase only just the range, handling, and body damage. The 3 stats would increase at once. I think this is, and for basically being the double price, or even it could even be $800, the price of buying a new gun, a new primary weapon. An expensive investment, but with the amount of stuff that it would do and change the weapon, you know, having a scoped option, I feel like, because the way that hip fire aim works in this game, you know, I mean, this thing, if you're close enough to your enemy and you hip fire them, the chances of you hitting them are decent enough as it is. But hitting them with this thing twice is going to basically put them out. Because if it does a flat 40 damage, 3 shots in this gun already is going to kill you. It's only going to take up to exactly another 3 shots, but it's going to eat your armor too. Especially with shredder rounds, this thing's going to put enemies down. If you get a goofy headshot on somebody with that range increase, I don't know, it's detrimental, because the thing about this gun is it has long range already. Increasing the range even further, the versatility factor with this gun increases even further. And it, because only 2 people use this, Cannon and Dallas, I feel like, you know, Dallas using his DMR kind of sucks. His DMR or whatever he uses, I feel like it kind of sucks. Having this plus an assault rifle and sort of being able to play the whole DMR sniper scout role and still being able to kick ass at the same time, and still being able to have really decent stats and a decent revolver. Because it's a revolver, it's a handgun, it's your secondary weapon, so you're not going to be relying on it too much. And, you know, with Cannon has a chance to put ammo in it by damaging an enemy, it could seriously turn Cannon into a more versatile sniper. So when he uses his primary weapon and suppresses fire and does the team support role or whatever, the heavy gunner role, he also has a secondary use, and that's sniping with the revolver if you put a scope on it. And a scoped revolver would be kind of neat for Rogue Company. I feel like it would be a pretty badass improvement. Because at the same time, only increasing 2 stats, body damage and, range, but adding a scope effect onto it would be neat as hell. for 8,000 points for the price of a new gun, being able to add that kind of difference onto your weapon. I mean, so I don't know how much percent a headshot is worth, but with Dallas's headshot damage increase, combined with this thing's high rate of damage at that point, and shredder rounds, you're looking at dishing out a good chunk of damage toward your enemies. I mean, possibly even one-shot potential, perhaps, depending on if they have armor or not. Well, let's take a look. I don't know if a headshot's double damage, but I think it's like a 30% increase of damage upon a normal headshot. But if we go to Dallas, and let's go look at his loadout abilities. So, okay, yeah, so increases it by 15. Oh, speaking of which, using the fast hands and the stalker movement speed while aiming, the stalker combined with a scope, combined with crack shot, I feel like that would just be such a deadly combo, especially considering shredder rounds and quick hands are also in the equation. Because here's the thing, the quick hands allow you to reload while sprinting, swap weapons faster, and reload faster. It's 3 perks for 1 perk. It's expensive as hell. But also, dude, your gunsmith increases your range by 30%. Okay. Also increases your magazine by 30%. Now, I don't know what 30% of 6 is, but having an increased magazine size on that revolver is definitely going to make it at upgrade 3. I mean, upgrade 3. Well, I guess upgrade 3, but tier 4. Legendary. I feel like, personally, I don't know, dude. I feel like personally it would just make it so overpowered. I mean, you're at least getting 1 round. I don't know what 30%. 2? 1.5? I don't know what 30 is. Let's look it up. 30% of 6. 1.8. So basically, I don't know, if they rounded over, it would literally be 2. So either like 8 shots. Alright. Even this, check this out. So if they literally, with that, setup, if they even increased the magazine by 1 extra round with that final upgrade, you would be looking at around 2.1%. It would be 30% of 7. It would be 2.1. So you'd be looking at 7. You'd be looking at 9 shots with that upgrade on there. So 9 shots plus the enhanced range, which the gun already has a decent amount of. 30% of 20 is, I have no idea. So anyway, with that said, it makes it even more accessible as a sniper. So I don't know, man. I feel like that would be the perfect path for that gun. Would be the scope. Perfect. For the PK-12, let's look at where this gun excels at. Alright, 25 body damage, that means 4 shots kills an enemy. Does 100 damage. Fire rate, handling is really high. Reload time is pretty quick. Range is rather balanced, and the magazine is 12. So I'm assuming upgrading the magazine is going to take it to 16. Okay, off the bat takes it from 41 to 48 handling. Okay, that's a lot of handling. Final upgrade does the 16 plus the range being 17. The final upgrade, I think the final upgrade for this should actually increase the fire rate and the damage. Giving this thing a slightly faster time to kill, I think increasing the damage by 5, 6, 7, 8. So increasing the damage by 3 points. Granted, 28 damage is close to 30. So if you get a headshot, you know, a 3-shot kill pretty much essentially is what you're looking at, a more guaranteed kill. And, you know, more damage to help soak up armor. At the same time, fire rate, increasing it from 5.26 to 7. I think a faster reset trigger or whatever, something that has just a slightly faster trigger reset in general, or whatever the hell they do to make the gun shoot faster, cycling speed, and trigger reset, and just fire rate in general. Even so much as increasing the bullet's speed, something to make this gun feel more precise, because this gun is a pretty accurate weapon. Being able to make that accuracy, you know, be taken advantage of, because it's one thing to hit your shots, but if your gun doesn't, like a 22 is very accurate, but it doesn't pack a punch, you know? So having something that packs more of a punch and being accurate, I feel like makes it really overpowered. So I covered all 6 of the pistols, what their upgrades should be. I think the Executioner being at 38 to 40 damage. I know a lot of people are going to complain the whole, well, that's just making the gun too overpowered. You know, you're just increasing your likelihood of killing an enemy, and it doesn't even make that much of a difference because it's going to take 4 shots anyway. Well, or 3 shots anyway. Well, yeah, I mean, 40 damage to get to 100. 3 would be the lowest you can go, but you'd be going over so you'd be doing overkill points, giving you a more secured kill, even 42 damage, and say, hey, you know, 2 times whatever, 3 shots would be 6. So I'd be doing an extra 6 more damage, right? So I'd be doing 16 extra, you know, damage points or whatever. So it's like, well, if you're going to do that, your kill's pretty much secured, especially with a headshot. You're securing your kill essentially by increasing that damage. Because, you know, pumping out multiple shots into an enemy is going to annihilate them. But also increasing the magazine allows you to actually use this gun as just a whole, you know, spray your enemy down with a semi-auto. I don't know, man. I don't think you need to increase the fire rate on this gun, because by increasing the damage, you're already increasing the time to kill, and increasing the range allows you to use it more versatile, or makes the gun more versatile to use in more odd and more demanding situations in the heat of battle. And increasing the magazine size by 4 more rounds. Not 4 more rounds doesn't really make that much of a difference, so it's but doing that in the process makes it a 20. So getting a 40% magazine size and range increase to having the range and magazine size being upgraded further, you know, but then you get the gunsmith perk, I feel like would make this gun very, 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 very versatile. Especially for those heavy hitter characters that need just a strong weapon to complement their arsenal. I feel like this would make the perfect fit. As to the A3 salvo, I was not able to make up a perfect scenario for this gun, but I think that increasing the fire rate and cycling speed and making this thing a more deadly tool in general, I think would make it a more interesting purchase. It is kind of based off of a Glock, and full auto Glocks shoot pretty fast. It's like the upper receiver, the end of it looks like a Glock. Like this whole gun, and you can tell it's striker fired, there's no hammer. Definitely an interesting little gun. The Warrant performance, I think, should be the upgrade. I don't know, making this thing a 38 handling. I think just increasing the handling and fire rate, increasing acceleration and handling, I don't know, it's the only real upgrade I can see with this thing. Maybe even if you're going to give it a 4th stat boost, I say boost the mag size by 5 more shots. Make it 20 shots off the bat. And so it's like, well, you know, it's like 20 shots with this thing being how it is. Even decreasing the... Nah. If you're only going to upgrade 3 things, upgrade fire rate, handling, and magazine size. The Warrant really isn't my favorite weapon to use. It's an interesting little piece. Don't get me wrong. But I feel like the 3rd upgrade onto it, in my opinion, would be really cool if they added a suppressor onto it as well. Actually, instead of increasing the handling, I feel like Yeah, just a suppressor. The suppressor increases the handling and the range. So, increasing that even further might just make this gun a little bit, I don't know, but it is going to be the price of another gun, primary weapon, so I feel like the increase of handling and magazine size with that upgrade, the whole suppressor ability, I don't know if that's really needed or not, but I don't know, that would be really cool to see this gun like with a big ass suppressor on the end of it. As for your primary weapons, suppressing fire and reduces recoil. All it does is increase handling. So I guess, I don't know, but some guns on the other hand, like increased range, I don't know, I feel like the primaries, the legendary effect on primaries, they should add a bonus effect onto it to make it more like a whole, well, you know, fully upgrading your weapon makes it a better investment because increased range, or, yeah, increased damage range really doesn't help the Nightshade. Or at least, if you're going to do that, also at the same time, increase your body damage by 2, make it, or by 4, make it 22 body damage. And at the same time, it's like, well, now the Nightshade just murders enemies so quickly with 3 shots. That's like 60 damage, or 66, yeah, or something like that. I'm not good at math. I don't know, man, but or the AK-47. Look at that, man. Increased damage range. Ready your weapon after sprinting faster. What's this final upgrade? Increased range and hipfire accuracy. At least it's hipfire accuracy, but you know what else they could have possibly done? They could have improved the reload time. This thing does not even get a single reload upgrade. And I don't ever see any upgrades increase fire rate either. So I feel like for pistols, the final upgrade should be special because we never had that ability. If I ever see that they hit, okay, they add a legendary upgrade to a pistol, it's the regular 2000 and all it does is increase range or whatever, I'm just going to feel disappointed because I feel like it'd be so cool if it's like, okay, this upgrades it beyond its limits. And it's like, okay, now it feels like I'm actually making a progress, an actual progression in the handgun. Because I feel like the only guns that really don't really get used a lot are the secondaries. And back there, I was using that, you know, secondary gun. I was using the Warrant. I didn't even buy a single primary weapon that game. So I feel like the whole using secondary weapons as a feasible playstyle would definitely, you know, have more of a, I don't know. I feel like it would actually be able to happen if the handguns themselves didn't all suck. But I don't know, like 2 big game changers I see are the Spitfire and the LW6 revolver concept that I came up with the whole scoped revolver and dual wielded Spitfires. I hope that the next Rogue that comes out has a new handgun, and I hope it's fucking cool. Or has the ability to dual wield. I'm about to master rank the SKL. You know, the other thing I noticed is there's way less shotguns than there are handguns. But there's more DMRs than there are shotguns. Look at that, there's like 6 DMRs. There's submachine guns. Or, got sniper rifles and LMGs, there's only 2. But look how little shotguns there are. There's like literally only 4. The Arbitrator is a double barrel. And so, if they added an upgrade beyond Legendary, and it costs like $16,000, ooh boy. what would that be like? Well, for this, I gotta say the damage, make it 100, or increase the damage by 5. Ooh, or even increase it by 10, or even 15, make it 95 body damage. Ooh, boy, that's like almost a one-shot. That's like pushing it. A headshot's gonna basically just obliterate the enemy with and without armor. I feel like that's just too OP, but I feel like something like this needs to be just OP. I feel like also being able to ready your weapon faster after sprinting, and also being able to have an increased hip fire accuracy. I feel like would actually make this gun really neat. I don't really want to think too hard on it, because then I'm gonna come up with something for everything. And this thing, what would its upgrade be? I say the range. No, I'm gonna say magazine size. It'd be sweet to see this thing hold 12 shots and make it semi-auto. Wait a minute, isn't that already an upgrade? Increased fire rate. And make this thing semi-auto. And that would make this gun really overpowered. And I'm about to have this thing max leveled anyway. I'm about to be able to use this shotgun on any character I want. And I think that's going to be overpowered as shit, because I'm going to be able to use this shotgun on characters like Scorch. With the fire rounds on this gun, oh boy. Actually, who all uses shotguns? Wait a second, I can answer that question real quick. Shotguns. Let me look at some shotguns. Alright, used by all the characters. Ooh, I know for certain. Who doesn't actually use the SKL? I know that for certain, I know that Chak and Glitch use this gun. Yeah, just Chak and Glitch use this gun. So let's find out who all uses shotguns. V, Sigrid, Scorch, Invil. Ooh! Lancer and Cannon. Lancer. Wait a second. Lancer. 40% of 8 equals how much? Like 3, so you're getting 11 shots in here and rolling will reload this thing? Oh, dude, bro, give me a break. Yeah, no, I think this thing should be magazine focused. Why am I just coming up with, like, solutions for things that should not exist in this game? The DMRs, on the other hand, like the Mamba. Imagine this. Imagine they increase the fire rate by an insane amount. Because, I mean, this thing shoots fast. It's a 3-round burst or whatever. Burst fire. And they increase the amount of burst. They increase it by, like, a 5-round burst. And they increase the speed in which it bursts. So your DPS is going to go through the fucking roof. I mean, you're essentially saying a whole instant kill. Literally an instant kill. Because the damage on this thing does, I think, 48 damage. So 48 times 5 is a lot of damage. And with headshot equation, with like crack shot, with Dallas, with the magazine upgrade and range upgrade, this thing is going to be deadly. Like, there's just no way. There's just no way. If you headshot an enemy with this, it's essentially an insta-kill. But I definitely want to max level this gun, because I want to use the Mamba with, like, let me run through you guys my scam I'm running here. One, I can use it with Seeker. It gives me a better option than whatever the hell Seeker's DMR is. The Aaron. I think that was actually, what was her name? Phantom's DMR before they switched it to the Nightshade. Because I think that's what she used to use. And I think the Nightshade really suits Phantom. Its overall look definitely matches her style. And I'm just trying to collect all these camos. So I'm just trying to get all my guns master ranked. Ouch. Yeah, dude, fucking look at that. Wait, let me check the Juke's Gambit for a second. 7 out of 15, we're almost there. We're almost there. Wait a minute, seasonal contracts, that's something we wanted to double check for a second. Oh shit, I actually completed week 3's. Yeah, 10 out of whatever. Land a melee throw 40 times. Oh, just being able to land a melee throw? Okay. Not being able to kill an enemy with it, that makes it a little bit easier. Win 2 games in demolition. I bet. I want the seasonal contract to be done. Do I still have my active boost? 28 minutes. Alright, I'm gonna play off stream. I hope you guys enjoyed my ranting. I'm gonna go play this game. I'm gonna play 3 or 4 more matches and I'll be done.